Yo, what is up everybody? Today I'll be teaching you guys how to edit on CAPCUT like a pro. Now in my opinion, CAPCUT has become one of the best free editing apps that you can use on iPhone, and is a really good option if you don't want to spend a ton of money on an app. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So we're going to open up CAPCUT, and it's super easy to just import your footage like this. Press the plus and you just add in your video or whatever. And then for the song, you can add audio, and if you want to, you can just screen record a song or something and go to extracted and then tap your video and it will extract the audio only. Then you can also go to sounds and do like their own stuff. They have their own sound effects as well. Or you can even voice over if you're doing like a content video or you want to do like a voiceovering video. But anyways, this is just like the basic adding in your footage and stuff like that. But now getting into the more main stuff. So you can tap on your clip, and when you want to split it, it's super easy. You can just tap on your clip and you can just split it just like that. Deleting is super easy and it'll actually just put it right back to the beginning. Now let's do some timer mapping. So I want to split it again, and I just want to timer map this little clip right here. So if I wanted to timer map and I wanted to do a fast, slow, fast graph, they do have a graph on this app. So curve, and then you can do the presets like that. Oh, and also before I do that, I'm just going to mute the audio. So yeah, they have all these presets, but I personally do a custom one. And you can just delete, I usually just delete these two beats. And the speed is like right, like above this line right here, like that. And then the speed, it shows you like what speed it's at. It's like right now it's at like 3 times speed, something like that. And then probably just like 0.6. Sometimes the graph does look a little janky, but this is just for like the video to show you what it's capable of. So like as you can see, it does that fast, slow, fast right there. So it's really nice that they have a graph. And then they also have normal, where you can just select any speed that you want up to 100 times. It's like that's kind of crazy. If I just wanted to do 100 times speed for, I don't know why, but it basically just compresses the whole thing. But anyways, you can go all the way down to 1 time speed. Alright, next up, there are transitions. So in order for a transition, you just need to go to a point in the clip and you need to split it, and you can just tap on this like white part right there. And they have all these transitions. Personally, I'm not a big fan of really any of the transitions. They're all a little weird. Like the shakes, I don't know. They just look a little awkward. Probably the only one that I really like is like this glow burst one, which is alright. And same with this like glare one. I mean, although it's really fast. But yeah, the one bad thing about transitions is that it takes up like space in it. It'll like cut the clip weirdly, you know what I mean? And then you can change like the duration of it or whatever. I just stick with like the effects, and there are overlays, so I just do that. So I'm just gonna put none on that. Alright, next thing that I actually want to get into is an effect called background remove. So you can just tap off of it, you can tap on a clip, and I'm just gonna split the clip like that. And I want to remove the background of this area right here. So I'm just going to press remove background, and it is literally that simple. And it will remove the background. It is not great, but it like, you need a good clip for it. Like you need a really like clear clip for the background to remove. Like let me do this real quick. So if I want to split it like right there, I think this would be pretty good. So I'm just going to background move that. And as you can see, it masks out the background and it just keeps the character in there. So you can definitely do some like playing around with this, and you could probably export this and like add it into other apps and add stuff like under the character and stuff like that. But yeah, I just find it really interesting that they have this feature. Alright, next up is the shakes. So the shakes are like a little bit weird to find because there's not like a specific spot for them. I mean there is, but it's like a little bit difficult to find. So basically what you have to do is you have to split your clip where you want the shake, and you're gonna tap the clip where you want the shake. So like that. And then you're gonna go scroll over until you find animation. And it is right here, right next to the volume and delete button. And since I want the shake on the kill right here, I'm gonna do an in. And now they have all these like iffy transitions and stuff like that. But if you scroll over, you'll find the shakes. These are kind of what some of the shakes look like. So you got like that one, this one. And they do have like a little bit of motion blur on it, so that's pretty nice. And they aren't like the best shakes, but what do you really expect from a free app's shake presets? Probably this vertical one and like that horizontal one. Like these two are probably the best ones that you're gonna find. And then they also have like zooms and stuff like that. But personally, I like that horizontal one probably the best. Alright, and the last thing that I want to cover in like this more basic fundamental section right over here is keyframes. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to add a keyframe pretty much wherever. I'm going to add it at the start of my clip though. And you can basically keyframe any of like these coloring effects. Like you can keyframe the filters, you can keyframe adjust, and yeah, so like this is what a keyframed filter looks like. Alright, I feel like this one would be a pretty cool one to keyframe. So I'm going to press the check on that. And as you can see, it's applied. What we're going to do now is add another keyframe. Go back to filters. And simply just put that to 0. And you can see that it fades out. It actually looks pretty smooth as well. And let's say I actually wanted to add more to it. Like let's add like an adjust. Now they have all these features. They have brightness, contrast, saturation, all the good stuff. But anyways, I'm just going to do exposure. So I can have like a little flashing effect. So I'm just going to do like 20 for the exposure. And because I already had this keyframe right here, it was automatically set to 0 like that. So I really don't have to change it if I already have that keyframe. This is what it looks like in the end. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. But make sure that when you have your keyframe set, you want it set at a good spot because you cannot pick it up and like move it around. If I were to unkeyframe that, I would then have to go back into the filters and redo all that. Now moving into effects, they have actually a decent amount of cool effects. Like they have like a shockwave effect, like that. They have that kind of cool effect. Just one thing that I wish you could do in like the effects category is I wish that you could keyframe these and change the opacity on them. But yeah, it's really easy to add the effects. You can really do whatever you want with it. You can move them around and all that stuff. You can combine effects. Like I just added like, you can add any of these effects onto them. And then to like crop them down, you can just drag them in like that. And it'll lock onto your marker or whatever. But yeah, it's pretty cool how you can combine these. And not only that, but they have like a ton of categories. They have the trending tab, which is all the effects that like a lot of people are using right now. And just look at all these, like they have so many effects, like actually so many. Look at all of the categories they have. Personally, my favorite categories would have to be the retro, especially like this effect right here. Like that looks pretty cool. And then the bling category is nice, and also the shadow. In the shadow category, you're gonna find most of your lighting effects. But yeah, that's basically what you can do with the effects. Alright, and the last thing that I want to show today is overlays. So you can tap overlay and add the overlay, and you can add any video that you want in there. Personally, I just added in a light leak. So what you can do with these light leaks is you can tap on them and go to splice, and you can change like the blending modes. If you're gonna do like a light leak, I suggest just doing this one right here, just like that, and it looks nice. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly add that in. Alright, that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed it at all, learned anything from this video, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Leaving a like literally takes 1 second and it's free to do. Same thing with subscribing. And if you just want to support me and the channel a little bit more, you can turn on post notifications. That way you guys won't miss a video, and will also just help out me a lot. You guys can also use my supporter creator code. It's 16Alex. And yeah, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.